Use the code CHICKEN in the shop.
So this is probably one of the most common mistakes that I see or I get questions about just in or that I see in comments and that kind of thing of people making mistakes towards the end of the season. So we're going to talk about that and a little bit more, and I'll probably show you firsthand why you don't want to do this certain thing. So guys, you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Appreciate you if you use the code CHICKEN in the shop. We're going to do some cool stuff on Discord, and yeah. Don't forget to sub up because we have season 34 coming up in just next week. We only have a few days left in the season at this point, so it's really starting to wind down here. And yeah, so the biggest mistake that I think people make towards the end of the season, and it's been super apparent in this season that you kind of have to play by this like law of warships that when it's not a good time to be pushing, it's not a good time to be pushing. So, for example, right now for me, I'm not at 70 hours and I don't have the building health. So what I have to do is I simply have to wait until I have enough keys to unlock all of that stuff. And you see right now I have 190 keys. So I'm close to being able to getting 7 and heavy choppers, but I'm not going to really push until I can get all the way up here and add that building health. So that might be, it's today, Thursday. So that might not be till Friday night, and we're going to do a huge stream, by the way, because that's probably going to be my final stream, hopefully, for the season whenever we do end up getting there. So you guys don't want to miss out on that. Make sure you subscribe to my live stream channel. It's just called Chicken Gaming. Put a little thing on the screen there. But yeah, so the biggest thing is to not push when it's not a good time. And you can simply find that out by opening up this over here. And if it looks anything similar to this, you have a pretty good idea that it's not a good time to be pushing. I have not won a match in almost a day and a half, which is pretty wild, but also haven't been pushing, and I've pretty well only gone against 70-hour building health bases. So, when it's not working, you just have to wait and you have to know what your push points are. This season has been all about those push points. If we go back and look at rank 19, for example, towards the beginning of the season when I got stuck early on for like 4 or 5 days, a lot of that time is just not a good time to be pushing. I was trying to game it and get lucky with the matchmaking and, whatever, it wasn't in the cards. But, yeah, it was just super tough. So we'll show you an example of this live because why not? And, we'll see. We'll watch I'll win 3 in a row here. But, yeah, we'll see. Hopefully we can just get back to 23 and then stay there. I don't want to fall too far down because you run the risk as well, when you start to really fall backwards, you kind of get caught up in the mix of everybody else. So this is the first 60R that I've actually seen in a little while. And I think what we did, I forget if I did it in yesterday's video or if we did it since then, but we maxed out the artillery, and that was super, super helpful just for saving GBE overall. So let's go these guys next. And we're going to flank them all the way down here. Get away from that mortar. And we do actually have a shock blaster over here, so we can go 1, 2, and then 1 artillery right there. Boom. That's going to do a lot of damage. That's what we needed. And then we're just going to chill. We're going to wait. We're going to come around the side, come around the corner. And let's just take this kind of nice and easy. I was considering, yeah, see, I should have killed that mortar up the top. And I probably should have shocked that rocket coming around the side, but either way, here we are now. So I'm actually going to have to reflare here. That's why it's so important to take out the top stuff when we're doing this, just so it forces your troops to not go down that way, because that can really mess up the whole attack. Now, thankfully, we've got a pretty favorable layout here, so I think we'll still be able to clear it. The goal is 4 engines. We'll see how deep we can get into this. He's also got that grappler, which is making things a little bit tricky. So let's go ahead and shock the launcher right there. Let's throw some critters out here, just to distract for those bombers coming up around the side. Gavon's in a good spot for right now, but I am going to go ahead and hit that grappler now because that is starting to hurt. Gavon is going to go down in any second, depending how quickly we can get this ER down. If we can get a second wind off real quick, that's going to be huge. Yes, 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 there we go. Okay, we got that launcher out of the way. We got shocks coming in. All right, let's go ahead and shock. Let's hit all this stuff right here. I'm going to throw a critter down that side, and yeah, like I said, the goal was just to get 4, so we'll see. Opponent has what? Opponent's retreat. He didn't get 1. I mean, okay. I knew that would happen. It would. I wouldn't end up losing. I would win one, but can't complain about that. That should be our first one of the day too, and I think it'll get us back into 23. So yeah, let's see. Oh, we got a retreat. What am I thinking? That was very strange. I wonder what he did there. Let's have a look. So he's got bullet. Scorchers. Okay, interesting. Yeah, I don't know about the Scorchers, guys. I think Scorchers were actually pretty decent for a second when you had the troop health and not everybody had boom cannons. I think as soon as the boom cannons came in, they just kind of, you know, took all the value out from the Scorchers. But what I will say is bullet, you can use bullet now. And I think I would use them with shock knuckles. I think, I want to get the commenter's name right. I think it was Irene said in the comments yesterday that they had switched back to bullet and shock knuckles and they were doing better than with Kavan. So that might be something to try out. But like I said, if you're between 6 and 7, save until just hide, get your keys, get the building health, then you can kind of reassess from there. So I'm hoping that's going to be the push point. Well, likely what's going to happen is we're going to need all of the tech to push forward. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So I mean, we're probably going to have to go back at the troop health. I don't know. I think we have all the troop damage, so we should be okay there. But yeah, that's going to be tricky. Alright, let's go. And I'm going to hit the blaster there. Also going to shock basically everything in here with the critters too. Just to keep those guys alive for a second. I need to hit those second wins with Kavan. Oh my god. No, I didn't. My critters didn't go fast enough. I'll do another second win here just because we lost all those heavies, so why not? This is a very weird base because he's got so much stuff spread out here on the bottom. I don't know what happened to all my bombers on the right side. I guess they all went left. But we're doing nothing for damage on this side. Also, there's a lot to push through there. He put like all of his base right in that side. Alright, we're going to grab another engine here. We'll get another second win here in just a second. There we go. And I think what I'm going to do is we're going to do like a kind of area flare. And let's see if this puts us in a better position. I'm going to shock the rocket because it will eat up all of our bombers. And we can shock there a little bit early. So yeah, I don't know how this is going to work. This was my first time facing a base like this, but the idea of doing this kind of middle dead flare is just so they all kind of fan out and shoot at the sides, and then we can flare them towards the middle. We'll see how that goes. Having the shock launcher and that shock mine right in front of us definitely don't help, but we'll see. I mean, for 70R, I think you want to get like 220, 225 to like really have a viable shot. Otherwise, you're just hoping for them to kind of screw up on your base, which isn't always the case, as we can see right now. So that gets us to 2 minutes. And we're going to flare up here. And go something like that. Just throw everything up. And with those maxed artilleries, we can actually we can get that engine down pretty well just with that stuff. So good to know. Maybe I shouldn't have used so many second wins early on, and I think if we got them on a better path and then maybe barred out that last engine, that probably would have been a better setup. But yeah, let's see what Mr. Ace did. 221. That's a solid time. I'm assuming it's a heavy chopper bomber attack. That seems to be kind of the time that these guys get is around 220, 225. So I want to see if he did anything really that different. So it looks like he's actually coming around both sides. I guess you have enough coverage from the heavy choppers where you can split your attack up, and that's probably where the time difference is coming up on, because you know, when you have to go through one side all the way over the other, it obviously takes a little bit longer than if you're shooting, you know, kind of both sides down at once. So but we're close. We're right there. I mean, it looks bad right now, but we're right there. We're going to have a lot of tokens and keys to kind of upgrade everything as we need to. We're going to max out our choppers, max out the building health. Oh, there is another troop damage right here. Okay, so yeah, that's probably what we're going to do. We're going to go heavy chopper, this multi-node, building health. Hopefully that gets us to 24 at least. Then open up that troop damage, and yeah. So we still got lots of time left, and we're still in the running. We're just outside of the top 500 now. So, but yeah, I wanted to talk about this because I feel like a lot of people make this mistake, and it was definitely something that I do, and you know, I do it all the time. It's hard because you get sucked in, and you're like, oh, come on, I just want to get like a win or two, and then I'll be on my way. But you know, you lose 6, and you're like, God, why did I even play? So sometimes the best play is not to play at all, and that's what we're seeing right now. So hopefully that helps you guys out. As always, thank you so much for watching. That is going to wrap it up for the video today. Make sure to leave a like if you found it interesting, entertaining, or informative. Catch you next one, guys. Check it out. Back.